I'm Dan Wilson. I'm the new Chief Executive at Rotherham United Community Trust. My background's mainly in education, but I've been working in charities for the last 10 years, mainly across Yorkshire, working with small organisations to help with community cohesion, usually using sport and physical activity to help people be more active, helping communities and children and young people be more active. I love the town. I think it's a fantastic place to live and work, but there's a lot of challenges and we can't get away from that. I really see the role of the community trust being multifaceted, helping people across the town with lots of different challenges that they face: education, community cohesion, employability, crime, all of those sorts of things that I feel we can use the badge and the reputation of Rotherham United to get into some places that other people might struggle to get into. Really hoping to build on the existing work that the Trust have done over the last few years. They're really well known locally for some of the fantastic work that they've been doing in communities and in schools, but there's loads more challenges, there's loads more opportunities for us to grow, make more of an impact on the communities that we're working in across Rotherham. So really exciting, really good foundations to start with, but lots of opportunities and challenges that we can address going forward. So we've received lots of information from various people. The EFL Trust have sent over lots of information for us that helps us really understand the challenges that people face in Rotherham. But it's also shown some of the tremendous impact that the Trust and the club have been having on those communities. So for example, we've learnt that the club and the Trust generate £17 million of value to the communities in Rotherham. Now what that means is we're actually giving money back in terms of social value to things like the NHS. So within that £17 million of social value, it's worth £8 million to the NHS. So things that we do in those communities, all of our health programmes, getting people more active, help reduce waiting lists, help reduce the number of operations, and therefore save the NHS about £8 million a year just in Rotherham. It tells us that there's lots of challenges, but it also tells us that there's lots of opportunities. So, for example, our education programmes are having real impact on children and young people across the town. We work in dozens of schools, we have our own sports college, we have over 150 students, and we know that we're adding real value to those schools where there are challenges like funding cuts, and we can help provide places for children and young people that have got things like sport, football as a real interest of theirs that the schools might not be able to offer themselves. So our projects reach around 18,000 participants a year, of which 3,000 of those take part in our health initiatives. So as I've said, getting people more active, working in care homes, putting on community sessions across the town, really getting thousands of people, not just the fans that come to the stadium, but people in their communities are being reached by our work as well.
Yeah, so very poorly I can afford it, but like I can hold shirt.
People that live within 5 miles of Rotherham United Stadium have the lowest wages. So our work helping people into education, helping people into jobs is incredibly necessary to help those inequalities and to help redress the balance of getting more people into work, and helping generate some real economic value locally. So we've had some real successes with people coming through our employability programs, coming to work for us in the Trust. And again, we've seen data that shows in an average year between the club and the Trust, we generate around 600 jobs for the local community. So that's people that come and work for us as two organisations, but things like match days, things like coaching in schools, but also wider opportunities that we help people with their CVs, we help people apply for jobs and interviewing. really getting into new roles just for them. Yes, as I said, there's lots of opportunities to grow, and there are real areas like employability that we're exploring and wanting to have more of an impact on the local community. We know again that there are problems and challenges around crime and antisocial behaviour. Lots of our programs are working with local organisations like the police and the local authority and local community groups to really address those challenges, and where we can use the badge and the reputation of Rotherham United to help local organisations address those problems, we're seeing some real impact, and that's where we plan to work going forward.